Hello and welcome to the Curiosity and Consciousness podcast. The intention of this podcast is to help you to open your mind, get curious about yourself and raise your consciousness levels. Through these conversations, we hope that you will go on an inward journey to discover the truth of who you are and become the conscious creator of your life. I am your host, Karen Maloney, and I work as an inside-out coach, mentor and guide, helping women to revolutionize their internal chatter and create a life they love. Listen to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or whatever platform you choose. And be sure to like, subscribe, review, and share the podcast. Check out my website as well, soulpowerlight.com, for more info. Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, Karen Maloney, and thanks for tuning in. As always, I have another fantastic conversation and guest for you today that even includes some Tao calligraphy healing, but I'll explain all in a moment. Before we get into today's guest, I just invite you to join my mailing list if you wish. Go to my Instagram at soulpowerlight.com is my handle, and click the link in the bio and it is top of the list. So this week my guest is Dr. and Master Zhi Gang Sha, and he is a leader in modern day spirituality, expert in Chinese medicine, Tao Grandmaster, and an 11-time New York Times bestselling author. In 2020, he was voted the Top Spiritual Innovator of the Year for his influence on health, wellness and humanity. He is the founder of Tao Energy Healing, the universal energy healing art originating out of China. And with his growing practices of the Tao calligraphy field and Tao healing hands, Master Sha has become beloved by thousands for his approach to alternative health. Tao Energy Healing carries the messages, frequency and vibrations of Mother Earth to nourish positive changes, heal, rejuvenate and transform. His spiritual teachings focus on overcoming pain, better spirituality, self-healing and removing emotional blockages in life. He is also a renowned doctor of alternative medicine, Chinese medicine and acupuncture, and a leading lecturer in Vancouver, Canada. Master Sha's energy healing is now taught worldwide by over 200 master teachers, including Master Sha Tao centers in San Francisco, Portland, Honolulu, Toronto, Vancouver and Sydney. Well, what can I say? It was an honor to connect with Master Sha for this conversation, and he even included a free 5-minute Tao calligraphy healing field for anyone who wishes to get some healing for themselves. And the method is you put one hand over your navel and another hand on the part of your body where you would like to invite in some healing. And he brings us through and sings through a lovely healing session. But as he mentioned as well, every Saturday he does healing sessions online for people all around the world. And for anyone who wishes to sign up, the first one is free. Master Sha shared so much in this conversation, from how at the age of 6 he witnessed a Tao Grandmaster with his parents and was instantly fascinated, ran up to them and started learning some of the arts and skills, whether Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Qigong. But he said even at the age of 13 to 14 years old he started healing. He also talks about what the Tao is exactly, and he explains how his healing helps to remove negative information, energy, matter in the body or in a specific area and bring in positive information, energy into that area. And he has lots of studies and testimonials of people who've been cured by his work. He also talks about and shares a little bit on the emotional aspects of illness and how really in illness there is a lot of soul sickness. And he talks about which organs hold which emotions and which sounds heal those particular organs of the emotions, and just so much more. It was a pleasure. And if you wish to learn about more of Master Sha's work or join his weekly Tao calligraphy healing field, you can go to his website www.drsha.com. So drsha.com. Enjoy. Welcome, everybody, and thanks for joining for another episode. I have another wonderful guest joining me this week that I'm super excited to bring to you all. But first of all, you're very welcome, Master Sha, and thank you for joining today.
I'm delighted to serve. Thank you.
Yes, and as you mentioned to me in our quick little chat before we started recording as well, you are going to serve us as well today, not just through your knowledge and wisdom and words, but also you've kindly offered us all a 5-minute healing as well at some stage in the conversation. So just to say that's something to look forward to, and thank you so much for that as well.
Yeah, I'm delighted. So when you ask me questions, I will answer. I have created a healing field through a calligraphy. So now every Saturday I have a regular event, about 2,000 to 3,000 people worldwide, more than 40 countries. They lie down at home, and this healing field come to around the world. And people can go to my website or Facebook. Very hard touching people have 30, 50 years the chronic condition who have received a remarkable healing result. I'm very delighted to give 5 minutes of this healing to every listener. You tell me the time. I do the job.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Well, it's so funny. Like I told you before we connected, I woke up this morning as well with my right ear blocked, and I've got a swollen left eyelid, but already my right ear has unblocked a little. And that's the first time all morning. So there's already something happening in the healing field. So I look forward to more. But first of all, before we go there, maybe if you just share a little bit more about your work. You're a multi-talented man and a Tao Grandmaster and a alternative healer and Chinese medicine and acupuncturist. And I'd love to know what led you to this work, or were you always interested in medicine and healings?
Thank you so much. I would like to share with every beloved one from my age 6. There's a special event. I went apart with my parents to see a grandmaster teach Tai Chi, as many people know. Chinese Tai Chi, slow movement. So everybody knows Shaolin Kung Fu, forceful, powerful. So the Tai Chi is very soft, so no strength. It is called internal Kung Fu. Shaolin Kung Fu is external Kung Fu, forceful, external. So this grandmaster and his disciple, both hands, one hand touch together, they are making a circle. Then the master, you didn't see a master use any strength, just a little move the hand, disciple float out, leave the floor for 15 feet away.
Wow.
I said, wow. I ran to the grandmaster. I said, yeah means grandfather, for respect. I said, yeah, grandfather, yeah, I want to learn this. And he looked at me, tiny guy, 6 years old. He looked at me for a while. He shook his head from left to right side. I said, no, you are too young to do this. I said, no. I put my hand together. No. As a prayer position. I said, no. Yeah. I really want to learn this. And he said, where's your parents? I ran to my parents. I said, Baba, Mama, Father, Mother, I want to learn this. With great support, I started my Tai Chi at age 6. Every Saturday, Sunday, I spend 3 to 5 hours. What I want to share with all the listeners is that everybody know Tai Chi, your leg open very big, one position, stay there. And you can stay for 3 minutes, no problem. But 5 minutes, because the leg wide open, you feel tired. Then the master stay here. Tell me, do not move. Okay, you persistence. Then 10 minutes. Oh, pain, truly feel pain. Then teacher, the master asked me to persistence in such a young age. I stood one position within half hour. Wow. Almost fainted, but I want to public people to know at such a young age, I was trained by the Tai Chi master, persistence, confidence, courage, and all kinds of good qualities. That's the age 6. At age 12, people know the Shaolin Kung Fu. I learned external Kung Fu and with the boxing, with a stick, with a sword. Then and I met another grandmaster to learn the meditation, which is called Qigong. Many people know Qigong. They know yoga in India, Qigong in China. Then later I studied Western medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. I become a both doctor, MD, and a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine. Now I'm in Canada, in China. I'm a traditional Chinese doctor also. But you ask me, when did I start this kind of healing and the journey? Is when I was in a teenager, about 13, 14 years old. I saw a lady on the street and asthma very serious. I went to her, I said, Auntie, what happened to you? And she said, I have asthma. Have you saw the doctor? Yes, I did. How did you feel? Have you took medicine? Yes. She said, no, I'm still suffering asthma like this. I saw her summertime, I saw her ankle swollen, so difficult breathing. Then in my heart, I said, I wish I can help her. So in the teenagers, I have this kind of compassion heart. I feel oh, suffer so much. Plus my relatives has cancer, heart disease, and other condition. I said, wow, how can we help them and remove these sufferings? So therefore, that's as a teenager, I started this kind of thought.
Amazing. So it's been a lifelong gift and learning, and that's incredible. I love when I hear stories of how people started in their path, or what happened, or that moment when something sparked within them. So I love hearing those stories as well. So thank you for sharing. And just to set the scene for listeners as well, I know we've mentioned Tao Grandmaster a couple of times, and you've lots of different Tao healing modalities. But maybe would you explain, first of all, what is Tao exactly?
Thank you. I think billions of people heard a man named Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu is author of Tao Te Ching. Millions of billions of people know Jesus, Bible. So Bible and the Tao Te Ching are the two most printing books, millions, billions copies. Lao Tzu, wise man, wrote the Tao Te Ching. He explained, everybody know heaven, everybody know Mother Earth. We live between the heaven and the Mother Earth. In ancient wisdom, heaven belongs to Yang, Mother Earth belongs to Yin. So therefore, many people heard about, see the yin yang logo, a circle inside has a white fish, has a black fish, they hold together. So there's a lot of wisdom. Yin yang is yang is positive, fire nature. Fire flows up, fire exciting. Yin is water nature, cold. Water flows down due to the gravity. Water flows down from mountain, go to river, go to ocean. Water is calm in general nature. So therefore, heaven belongs to yang nature. Earth belongs to yin nature. So heaven and earth are the yin-yang world. But everybody knows heaven and the Mother Earth are the creator. Mother Earth grows so many things, created so many things. But who created heaven and earth? You asked me the Tao concept. Now I explain. Lao Tzu said, before heaven and earth were formed, there was a blurred condition. Cannot be seen, cannot be touched, cannot be heard. So this is called emptiness. This blurred condition stayed for eons, millions, billions, trillions years. Within the blood condition, there are two energy. One is clean energy, named the qing qi. Qing means clean, qi means energy. The other is zhuo qi, disturbed energy. So they mixed, they stay for eons. Then they are waiting for the time transformation. Then when the time came, the clean energy rises to form the heaven, count the stars, and the Mother Earth. So therefore, Tao is the ultimate creator that created heaven, earth, and countless planets, stars, galaxies, universes. We are living in the heaven, earth, yin-yang world. We can see, we can hear, we can touch, but the Tao is emptiness. Tao cannot be seen, heard, touched. Tao has no time, no space. Tao has no image, no shape. But Mother Earth, we have time. Biang, biang, biang. Every second you interview me, we have time, we have space and shape. So therefore, Tao in one sentence, Tao is ultimate creator. That's his words.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that as well and giving us that insight, and even, explaining a little bit more in the wisdom behind the yin yang symbol. So much of us know it and know what it looks like and has a very brief idea of what it means, but the deep wisdom that's there as well within all these traditions, and especially Eastern philosophies, a lot of them, and I love them and I'm so fascinated by them. But then something you mentioned as well, which I'm thinking is Tao as well, the healing field that you mentioned earlier that you do weekly on a Saturday and that you're going to do for us today as well. But is that Tao as well? Because that is that space of no time, no space, that formlessness where all the magic happens. But then how can you help people to connect to the fact that it is scientific as well, this healing field? It's not just woo-woo and spirituality and out there and, a nice idea, that it's true and really real and a really healing potential.
Yes, thank you so much. Very good question. There's a quantum physics researcher and a scientist, Dr. Rulin Xu, and I both wrote the book, Tao Science. I'm so happy you asked this part. And I have a neurosurgeon, university professor with other professors, pain specialists, psychologists. We have done 600 cases, medical data. Everybody understands that medical data is blood testing, ultrasound, CT scan, and filling the form, emotional changes. We have 600 individuals with all kinds of pain, life-threatening conditions to witness and the techniques and the wisdom I have shared. It's not you said woo woo.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
I want everybody to know. I give example. It's a Tao light massage I mentioned. Let me speak a few minutes. I can do a healing. So Tao is a source. Calligraphy is art. You interview me with Tao calligraphy healing field. Everybody understands it's Chinese art. It's every country there's ancient art. So art is it's artwork. But I have learned this unique art from a more than 100 years old professor in Toronto University. But she is the Chinese. She is recognized by UN as a Chinese expert, and she has that kind of honor. But she learned this unique art from last emperor's teacher, Qing Dynasty, last emperor's teacher. And she held for whole life. I was the lucky one, the only one to master her calligraphy. But because I'm in a spiritual journey since at age 6 up to now, I'm 60 plus. So my whole life, Western medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, I Ching, Feng Shui, Qigong, Kung Fu, so energy, spiritual healing, I am able to put And when I wrote the calligraphy, I asked source. Tao is the source, ultimate creator. I ask source, I ask heaven, like I said, and ask them to pull the positive, of course, the source, positive information, energy, and matter. So our pain, inflammation, tumor, your ear, your eyes, there's a negative information, energy, matter within the area. Some people have the issues. So therefore, the calligraphy store the positive love light in scientific way is a frequency and a vibration. So in quantum physics, just talk about the vibration. So this vibration is within this unique art. So therefore, when I say star, when I connect with this, the field, then heaven, stars, universal light. There's a Buddha, saints, God, spiritual father, mothers. So it's a portal. It's like a spiritual portal. If your third eye open, if I say star, wow, you see the stars, galaxy. You can see the light coming. If your third eye not open, that's okay. It does not matter you can see or not. This is a positive information, energy, love, light, frequency, vibration from the source. It comes to your painful area, inflammation, tumor, cancer area. I want the public to know. Could you go to the Facebook or drsha.com? We have, just by a few weeks, we have 30, 40 hard-touching video tape. Every week, 50, 70 people report their result. People have 50 years of hip pain with operation 1 or 2 times, like a miracle happened. People has 30 years abdominal pain, tried everything within 2 or 3 times, and like heart-touching result. So there are sleep discs, lupus, there are arthritis, there are cancer, there are depression, anxiety, there are suicidal, just name, from head to toe, skin to bone. I want to report to your audience is I have studied my whole life. I summarize one sentence. Everybody know as a medicine doctor, we honor everybody. I traditional Chinese medicine, many other medicines. Now I am teaching Tao calligraphy healing field. One sentence, all sickness, at the physical body, mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, mental disorder, spiritual body, relationship, finances, children, family, pets. Everything, one sentence. When people have a sickness, relationship, financial challenges, are due to negative information, energy, and matter. Tao calligraphy bring the invisible source of positive energy, information, matter that can remove the negative information and matter. How do we understand even more clearly? Everybody understand the car wash. You drive the car to the shop, oh, the water. But you drive out, the car is clean. So therefore, but this is invisible light. The source light is come to your shoulder, back, kidney, liver, breast cancer, wherever the area you need, your eyes, like your eyes, your ear, it go in the area, it's clean, like a light cleansing. Everybody understand, people take a vegetable juice, take herbs, remedies, that's wonderful. But what I'm doing is Tao source light massage, which is light wash out the negative information energy. Just one sentence. When I do the 5 minutes healing, you could feel it. Maybe I can start to do now. How do you feel? That's okay?
Yeah, go for it now. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, I know you are listening. Sit down, relax. But when I do this, people lie down. If you can lie down on the sofa, be wonderful. Because 5 minutes is quite significant. Okay, I'm going to really type the time even. Okay, everybody, relax. Put the one palm on your navel, sacred part. Just put there. Another palm, like a Kevin, you put on the ear, you put on your right ear, left eyes, whatever you said. Wherever you need to heal, you can put the 2 minutes on the ear, 2 minutes on the eyes. You have little challenge there. So anybody put one palm on navel, one palm on the heart, for example, hypertension, low blood pressure, depression, anxiety, suicidal, anger put on the liver, worry on the spleen, left ribs area, lung connect with grief, kidney connect with fear. This is the emotional body. How about the people? Knee pain, hips pain, neck pain, lower back pain, shoulder, elbow. Where do you have the pain? Chest pain. Just put one palm on the area you need a healing. 好 totally relax. In front of me is a wall of Tao calligraphy, a group of calligraphy. Tao calligraphy healing field start. Which means, the universal light, stars, galaxies, saints, Buddhas are divine. I just ask them, I'm so honored to be a servant. This calligraphy healing field come to each listeners now. The light, Tao calligraphy, invisible love, light, frequency, vibration. For Kevin, right here, lift the eyelids, go there, just wash away the negative information, energy matter. I am going to sing a Tao song. It's not the Chinese, not the English. It's a source voice. I connect. I open my channel. They give me this special voice. That because this radio show cannot have a dead air. Just relax. Put your mind on the area you need the healing, back, shoulder, whatever you need. Hey, you ya, hey yo. The light, remember I said a car wash. This light come in. You ya, yo yi. Tao calligraphy, invisible love and light, frequency, vibration, positive information, energy matter. Even quantum physics talk about the information. Come into the area, wash out, vibrating. To remove the negative information, energy matter for the area, pain, inflammation, tumor, cancer, depression, anxiety. Tao calligraphy, love, light comes to the area you need healing. Vibrating, wash away, light. Tao calligraphy, frequency, vibration comes to everyone's request area. Cleansing, golden light, vibrating, golden light, vibrating. Tao calligraphy, love, light. Tao calligraphy, this spiritual source, heaven portal, universal light, stars, galaxies, Buddhas, saints, divine, spiritual father, mother in all layer of heaven comes to me. Hey, yo, me. Transform my condition, light, remove negative positive information, energy, and matter. How means perfect. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's about 5 minutes.
Thank you for that. I can't wait to do it again, actually lying down, but I felt so much energy moving up from my midline, from my center. I felt a lot of energy moving around my body. So I definitely look forward to coming back to this again and doing it lying down.
Kevin, I wanted all your listeners to know, go to Dr. Sha, DRSHA.com, drsha.com every Saturday. First time, everybody worldwide, with all nations, free, first time free, no charge, 1 hour service free. Then later you find out very little fee to support my service. I thank you, all humanity. And therefore welcome you Saturday, register, try, give a try. Today, 5 minutes, just a little taste, and 1 hour you could receive. Or you just watch people's stories. It's no words for the stories, no words. I cannot explain enough, what I thanks heaven, thanks for this healing field that can serve people in such a good result.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I always link everything on the show notes as well from the episode. So I'll put links to your website and to that free, the first hour free and the every Saturday. And I'm certainly excited to join myself as well. It sounds fabulous. And even just the singing and being in that energy and that frequency and that vibration is really, really powerful. And just before we finish up as well, I just wanted to know, when it comes to connecting with this healing field and the quantum or the Tao, how important is belief?
Okay, belief is important because when you believe, it will increase the positive information energy. But even you do not believe, I have so many people, I give a try, they feel great result. But if you have a negative thinking, I do not believe this, it will could affect, because remember, everything, one sentence I shared with the public is a positive information energy matter can transform a negative information matter. If something, I do not believe this, then you just block the light come in. The light cannot come in. The light was covered because your inside, I do not want it, I do not believe. Then that's why I said open the heart and the soul. In ancient teaching, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. At least, okay, I taste it. Not ready to give your judgment. I believe, I do not believe. I just wish everybody open the heart and soul and give a try. It's okay. You believe, not believe, it's a choice. But I'm offering this because I have 1,000 people worldwide follow me, and so therefore, and the result is heart touching. But when you watch people's stories, it's their story. It's my report card. I didn't say anything. They tell you what happened to their life.
No. That's and that's the best as well. And no, it's always the way. That's why I love having these conversations, and that's why the name of the podcast is Curiosity and Consciousness, because it is all about us just opening our mind. Because I know from my own journey and my own experience, from just allowing myself to be more open-minded, to be curious-led, to allow something else to come in, how my life has shifted is completely unbelievable, and it's incredible, and it is the truth as well, and the power of that formless energy that is all around us, that is universal, that is source and creation, whatever word we choose to call it. So it's really, really super important, and I think now more than ever necessary that more and more of us connect to it as well. So it's been such a beautiful conversation. And maybe even as a last question, just because I think it is something in Western kind of medicine, there's still a lack of awareness sometimes. When you talk about illnesses or chronic issues or any kind of tumors or cancers or physical illness, what are the different components that make up an illness or a physical manifestation in our body. Because I know it's something in Western that people often think, oh, my body's letting me down, or why did this happen? But there are so many different elements to it.
Yes. So, I study Western medicine. If you have some growth, ultrasound, CT scan, you find the growth, you biopsy, pathological study find you have cancer. Okay, diagnose cancer. Blood testing, also or X-ray. It's their way to diagnose. But therefore they have a cause also like COVID-19, virus, bacteria, tumor, cancer, trauma. But in traditional Chinese medicine, is emotions, anger, depression, anxiety, fear. That's major causes. It's 1,000 years wisdom, and also the outside energy, wind, cold. We catch cold wind. In modern medicine, bacteria, virus infection. In traditional Chinese medicine, catch cold. But in my after study Western medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, all the energy spiritual healing, I emphasize again, still come to the one question, one sentence secret. So any sickness in the physical, mental, emotional body are due to negative information. We know body, mind, the spirit. So the spirit is the key information. And in millions of people believe soul spirit, millions of people believe quantum physics. So therefore they are the same thing. Soul spirit is information. Therefore negative information is negative karma in the soul world. Many people believe karma, many people do not believe. But I use negative information. In fact, it's a soul blockage. I wrote a book, I shared cancer and many sickness are the soul sickness. Our modern medicine, of course, modern medicine do not believe soul. They do not talk about this. And I do not go against anybody. I just love everybody. But I share, you ask me, what is my view? My view, soul is ultimate course. Soul negative blockages, that heart, that mind consciousness, then go to energy, go to blood. So therefore, body, mind, spirit, spiritual blockage are the root blockage. Why people suffer chronic pain, life-threatening condition for decades, they cannot recover. Why I offer healing few times could be remarkable change. They could not believe because the Tao Calligraphy healing field is deal with the soul, remove that negative information. That's the key.
Yeah. I agree. I 100% agree. It is more a soul sickness and those spiritual issues and spiritual blockages and the emotional aspect of all different illnesses. Every single illness has an emotional aspect. Now, I remember years ago when I said something like that around a table with friends about cancer in particular, how there's always a hugely emotional aspect that's not looked at in our society. And they laughed at me like I was absolutely crazy. But I was like, no. I'm like, but now I'm like, I don't care. I know what's true. And I lost my dad to cancer. And it's, it's definitely that whole emotional and spiritual aspect that I believe is missing in Western medicine as well. Like, it's incredible, but it's an interventional medicine. It doesn't see the whole person and, the bigger picture. And I wonder, is there any, a last question, I promise, just on that emotional aspect, because I think that is something that's so lacking in our society. Is there anything or a simple, maybe not simple, but a self-healing or a technique that people can do to help release any emotional blockages?
Yes. I have published a book last year. I published 25 books, so 11 reached the New York Times bestseller. But the last book called Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. Within this book, there are 5 elements. Many people know wood, fire, earth, mental, water. So in the body, as liver, heart, spleen, lung, kidney. So liver connect with anger, and heart connect with the depression, anxiety, suicidal, spleens, worry, lung, grief, kidney, fear. So in this book, I teach a special healing sound. For example, liver, this is to remove the anger, to remove depression and sound vibration, and who for spleen, focus on the spleen is worry, and focus your mind on the lung, for the grief, and Chu is a kidney for the fear. So in Tao Calligraphy healing book, there's animation. People touch the button. You can see how to you meditate, what kind of healing sound. Exactly, you are correct. My message at the end, I have the power to heal myself. You have the power to heal yourself. Together, we have the power to heal the world.
Yes, love it. What a powerful message to end on as well. And that's the truth as well, in taking back our power and remembering the power that we do hold. We're not helpless. We don't always need outside support. There is so much we can do for ourselves through connecting with others as well. So I absolutely love that. Beautiful message, a beautiful conversation. I know you've mentioned your website as well, drsha.com. You've mentioned that before, and as mentioned, I will have links to your website and to your books and different work from the show notes as well. And I just really am deeply grateful for this time and conversation today. And thank you so much for joining and sharing.
Thank you so much for your great work, interview. I'm honored. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you get notified every time a new show is released. Get more information on this week's guest as well on my website, www.soulpowerlight.com.